Back to microbeerreviews.com tonight from Star Hill Brewing Company out of Charlottesville, Virginia. This brewery is kind of all over the East Coast right now. They're trying to expand their distribution. This is their double platinum Imperial IPA. I have not had this before. I do think this brewery is one that in the future is going to be something that is going to be widely distributed, very well known. They are doing a lot of things right now that set themselves up for success in the future. That's a lot of S's. So this beer, never had it before, only have one. ABVs are 8.6%. IBUs are 80. It's been out since 2010. Comes in 6-packs and kegs. It's in what they call their core lineup. It's a double platinum, named double platinum, but it's a dry hop Imperial IPA with Simcoe and Centennial hops. Those are in the big six, as I call it. It's got a strong citrus and pine aroma balanced with a smooth and malty backbone. If you watch any of my other beer reviews, I call that an extremely boring description of your beer. So that does not get me too excited by any stretch of the imagination, but it's all about what's in the glass. So all of their beers that are bottled have this star, as a Star Hill Brewery, which are pretty easy to recognize in the store. They do put their dates on the beers. This beer is about 2 months old, roughly. So these days, most IPAs you need to drink fairly fresh, within anywhere between that 30 to 90 day window. So interesting IPA. It's got a pretty strong orange, almost red tint to it. Very little carbonation, almost no head at all. Nothing residual floating around. It's perfectly filtered. Whoa. Very malty backbone. It's very bready. It's very got a lot of caramel in it, a lot of sugary sweetness. You can maybe smell the Simcoe hops. Centennial hops are very pungent, so I expected to smell more of that. A little bit of citrus, but I would say a little bit. Maybe a little orange and grapefruit, but not much other than that. It's kind of a boring aroma, to be honest. And from the presentation, there is almost zero head on this. I mean, it is, and even the bubbles have stopped. It's like it's flat and stale. So, with that being said, let's get into the glass. Tastes better than it smells, thankfully. You can definitely taste the Centennial and Simcoe hops. It's sweet. It's very, what I would call like caramel sugary. It's tad boozy. It's 8.6%, but they don't hide it very well. It's definitely a little bit of a bite to it. It finishes kind of dry, believe it or not. It's kind of a more medium body beer, but at 8.6%, it's not very sticky. I don't know, yeah, so, yeah, double platinum. I'm not sure about that. It's not hitting on much. It's harsh. Again, there's nothing floating around in it to make it that way as far as the grittiness to it, but it's kind of hard to swallow. The palate is kind of getting beat up, quite honestly, the whole way. It definitely has some booziness to it, so they've got some work to do with the Imperial side of this. I mean, there's almost zero carbonation, almost like it's old. This beer, let's see, when's the date? Exactly 60 days ago. So by no means should this beer be spoiled. I don't know. I mean, we rate our beers between 1 and 5. I'd give this maybe a 2. I would not buy this again. This is something where I do these videos, started the whole channel and website to make sure you knew where your hard-earned money was being spent. I would not spend my hard-earned money on this. It's just they've got some work to do, I guess would be the way to put it, in the brewing process. It's hard to get down. It's hard to just stomach. It's got some interesting characteristics, but they're just kind of, I don't know what to say other than they just don't quite come together. So let us know if you've tried the Old Double Platinum Imperial IPA from Star Hill out of Virginia. Appreciate your comments on our YouTube channel or our website, microbeerreviews.com. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you have not already, and we upload all the time. We appreciate you watching, and as always, we will see you again real soon. Cheers.